it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin problem, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, okay? Good morning to all, okay? And to all, a good morning. How you doing? All right, so, girl, it's the end of the month. And, you know, it can be touch and go when you are a content creator, when you're a YouTuber, girl. So you got to get these videos out, okay? So you got to get this content going. I want to thank everybody who came through for the Now That We're Grown live yesterday. So fun. We did Boomerang in case y'all missed it. Also, there's an entire playlist available here on YouTube of the Now That We're Grown series that I started. Okay. I'm doing Baby Boy. I'm probably going to do Baby Boy on Friday. That's what I'm planning to do it for Friday. Okay. Don't forget, Ooh Ladies First panel is tomorrow. I believe it's on Jamie That's Me's channel. So make sure y'all come through for that. Okay. Yeah, y'all, you got to follow my Instagram so you can see the restaurants that I go to, the places that I go to. Because y'all always be asking me like I can just give y'all answers on the spot, when really I just be a tourist in my city and Google what has the highest rating. I look at the pictures. I read the reviews. I see what the people say. I do research. And then, you know, I go and try it out. You know what I'm saying? And I post them on my Instagram normally. I did these past few restaurants I've been to. Child, we've been acting a fool. We about to cut back. Like, we've been doing the most, girl. We really been doing the most during the pandemic. But anyway, let's go ahead. Whoa, Baby Boy, Now That We're Grown is going to be wild. Girl, listen, I watched it yesterday because, like, okay, I'm gonna wait for, you know, some more people to come into the room and we're gonna get into the topics for the day. But my process is to watch it more than once. And if it's a movie I've watched over and over again, watching it with review eyes is different. You start to hear and see things that you didn't before. Last night, me and Lyric watched it, and we were both like picking out things that we had never seen before, as if BET doesn't play Baby Boy like it's a fucking commercial. Okay. Okay. Super chat me, I might get flagged. Okay. It's too early for me to monitor myself that well, so I'm just gonna let you know. Also, you guys, just for future reference, if a video goes missing in between you watching it, that means I might have made it private. But if you are a member of the website, then you can go to shows, exclusive content, and you will see whatever was here is over there. It's just that most people watch here. So until YouTube gives me, my full check, we're not going to be out here disseminating views for free. It's not conducive. And, I don't have time for that. So that's what we're doing. So if it goes missing, it's on the website, bondyblueshow.com. Okay. So yes, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the topics. I actually was sent this a few times, but I saw it when it originally happened, because sometimes I do be on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Follow me at BondyBlue. I should be on there right now, but I can't deal with TikTok. I'm always getting hit up for a community violation. So it makes me feel like I can't really do my content on there. Like, that's what it makes me feel like. It makes me feel like anything that I have to say is probably going to have to be on Instagram or Twitter or here, because TikTok like flags me for stuff, and I just be like, girl, I don't even care. Like, like, it's how I feel. So I saw this originally when it happened. So this young woman is a therapist, and people were not happy when it originally came out with the way she was speaking. They felt like her curse words and her delivery wasn't what they would like to see for a professional therapist. And I get that, totally get it. But I also feel like everybody is less professional nowadays. Everybody is less professional nowadays. Doctors are posting surgeries on the internet, doing little TikTok videos and shit, dancing while you're like on a table fighting for your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, lawyers commercials, down here in New Orleans, the Juan LaFonta commercial, Juan LaFonta, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's serious? That's not serious. It's entertaining, but it definitely isn't giving, what I would have think of as professional. But doesn't matter if they can get the job done? Not necessarily. I often feel like everyone loves to police the way Black women express themselves. And I, through my own therapy, am starting to realize that there is a fine line between not being a menace to society with my mouth, but then also speaking and expressing myself freely, therefore being myself and not letting other people's hangups affect the way I express myself. So because I am that type of person, I do not overly judge women or people, period, when they express themselves however they express themselves, especially if I listen to what they said and I didn't have a problem with what they said. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Everybody like gets caught up on, delivery. And I'm like, y'all confuse delivery for the things that people actually say. Like, I'm going to go ahead and use, shout out to Cynthia G. I'm going to go ahead and use the Kitten and Heels for a reference point. People love to say that Kevin Samuels, said things that were truthful and people just didn't like his delivery. That's what they would say. And I feel like that's a bunch of bullshit. Hear me when I tell you, girl, it's a lie from the pits of hell and I won't go along with it. I don't care who's saying it. You don't get to get up here online and promote people ignoring their children for the sake of a man and think that that's healthy to disseminate in a community where a lot of young girls or kids, period, have to sit across the table from their abuser as if nothing has ever happened. And you promoted that message and you think that somehow that has something to do with delivery? Oh God, it's quite perplexing. Like just gosh, like the times we live in, So when you have people saying things like that and y'all think that's delivery, when we come around to this young lady, everybody made it about her delivery. Now the lady done lost her job. Okay. So we're going to take it all the way back. We're going to listen to what she had said, hopefully. we can see how much of this I can sit through, because I watched the second video by way of someone else's commentary. I can't remember whether it was Chrissy or Cynthia. I can't remember. It was somebody, child. I just be watching shit sometimes. And I remember hearing, I think it was Cynthia, the way she was crying or like pleading with Black men, like to save themselves, and how she's trying to, you know, stop all of that. Like everything that she was saying, like pleading for understanding from people that she feels that she's trying to save. It's like, where in this did you learn to take off the cape? Because in understanding the psyche of men and understanding how detrimental their mental can be, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can understand what Black men go through in this society, and how they have all of these like negatives held against them off rip, okay, fine. If you can understand that, then I also need for you to understand that there are people that will use their disadvantages to their advantage. Because you can always use how people mistreat you to make other people do what you want them to do. Like, I mean, do we not understand what that is? To like, oh my God, I was hurt. Feel bad for me, so that I can abuse you, so that I can get away with not doing everything I need to do, so that I can get away with accountability, so that I can cheat on you, so I can hurt you, so I can say whatever I want to say, so that I can physically harm you and blame it on how you were dressed, so that I can, you know, have a relationship with your child and then act as if your child came on to me because of the way that, like, I can ignore all of the laws and all of the common decency and common sense that comes in this life and just say any old thing, and people will have to go with it, all because I'm a man. If you can understand the way men can manipulate because of the system that we live in that allows them to do so, then you also have to understand, as a woman, you cannot save them. They can only save themselves. And honestly, pleading and begging for them to do so is not going to get you where you want to go. Focusing on yourself. Y'all may not want to hear this, but bitch, Jada Pinkett said it best in 1997, I believe. Okay? I could be wrong. It could have been 1999. Child, I don't know. It was the ends of the 2000s. Okay? And she gave a speech. And a part of that speech was telling Black women to worry about themselves and their own growth. And then by product, their men can be fixed, but the women have to work on themselves first. This message may not have resonated when I was a child, but now that I'm an adult, this message resonates through my body like motherfucking air. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. But the truth of the matter is, I have flourished more in my life when I put all of my focus mainly on myself. Not only, but mainly. Put my focus on me. Making me feel better. Making me look better. My business, my dream, what I wanted to do for myself. How I feel. As soon as I really started to focus on that, things have started to flourish in a way that they were not before, when I was giving my life away to a job that I couldn't stand. When I was unbalanced in my relationship because I was not taught any better. Okay? Like, as soon as you start focusing on you, then you understand these things. So it makes me wonder and question her actual expertise. Not because of what she said at the beginning, but because of how she came and cleaned it up on the back end. That made me feel like you don't have a firm understanding yet. You can't help people if you don't have a firm understanding yet. So yes, get on social media and talk your shit, but also do further learning and schooling on what you do. Okay? That's not shade. That's the truth of the matter. Because as a 34-year-old woman, I don't know how old this woman is, but I'm not a psychologist. And I understand something about men that she doesn't seem to understand. And that's why I'm saying, if it's not something that you don't have time to learn that lesson just in life the way I did, because you do this as a profession. So you need to go and do more research and get more education on how to handle, okay? Not only handle yourself and your understanding of the people you help, but understanding boundaries. Because I feel like as Black women, we don't understand boundaries. And what I mean by that is you as a therapist have to learn that there are boundaries that need to be put in place so that shit like this does not happen to you going forward. This is a lesson she's going to have to learn. But something makes me feel like she'll learn it quickly. And eventually it'll be something that she can go back to and break apart. Break apart. You know what I'm saying? And be able to say, this is the moment that I made this mistake. And this is why I can't do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Book smart with no common sense. Yes, Tracy, say it. Okay? Why every time we complain and tell our truth, Black men want us hurt? You know, that's very interesting, Hannah. That's very interesting. I just got torn apart and I believe an on-site post comments. All because I said that I can't stand how sometimes women can't get online and express their experiences. And it seems as if the women are just having a conversation amongst themselves, because you'll see one woman comment and another woman comment, say, girl, you two, another woman, girl, me three, me four, me five. And then you'll find a whole bunch of men or little boys coming into the comments telling these women that their experience is a lie, trying to flip it and say how they know women, women who've done this to men. That's not what we're talking about. And then they're like, oh, why is it that we can't come into the conversation? Because you're not adding anything of value to the conversation. You're actually trying to basically break down whatever the woman is saying, because it doesn't go along with the narrative that all women are trash that y'all love to go with. Anytime a woman talks about being hurt or being taken advantage of by a man, which is something that happens fucking frequently, every time a woman talks about it, something that happens all the time, there's always some man or some little boy that wants to come and argue about that experience as if they have any understanding of it. You don't even know what these women are talking about. But here you are coming in with all of your little Kevin Samuels bullet points that you like to repeat anytime you see a woman saying something that you do not like using the word accountable all over the place, telling her she should have chose better, all because she talked about her experience, as if women don't choose in order to figure out how to choose better. You choose bad sometimes so that you can choose better the next time. This is called a journey. This is called an experience. It's called my fucking life. And one thing people need to understand, especially women, is that you don't have to make any apologies for the mistakes you make with these niggas, okay? Like, you really don't have to. I mean, you make apologies to yourself, to the people that you affect, your children and all of that, by the men you decide to bring into your house in order to affect them, whatever. But ultimately, fucking strangers online, nigga, I don't have to explain my choices to you. Be a better version of a nigga so that I can come into contact with a better version of a nigga. Because y'all work on my nerves, okay? Anyway, child, let's get into this, because I go on a diatribe and I didn't even mean to, but it be all over the place, you know, like all over.
And got butthurt for me telling them to better themselves. They're mad because I called them dusty bitches and wanted them to be accountable for their fuck shit behavior, but like, go off, king. Be shitty. That's fine with me. Like, I was dead ass like, hey, go talk about the shit that hurts you and plagues you and has traumatized you. So you can basically learn the emotional vocabulary required to express yourself to make your life easier. And they were like, fuck this bitch. Poor unhealed sons. Now, I know a lot of y'all think the only socially acceptable response to things that you don't like is anger. But I'm here to tell you, when you go to therapy, you learn a variety of other emotions. And when you learn to communicate those things, your life gets easier. But instead of being accountable, you want to displace your hatred for your father on me. Go talk to somebody about why that is, King.
Stop calling him.
So yesterday on Twitter, vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh. You're not. When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us. It's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Go to therapy. Talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all are doing a disservice to yourself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect. Step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch. All right. Go in peace.
Okay, so she wasn't supposed to be like this, right? Like, I'm gonna tell you why it's weird for me for people to be upset about a young woman being a therapist and talking the way she does. This is the society that we live in. Like, y'all, this is the society we live in. Like, this is how people speak. This is how people talk. This is social media. Nobody's speaking in complete sentences. Nobody's using punctuation. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's refraining from using profanity. Like, that's not what's happening in this day and age. And so in order to meet people where they at, you have to speak the language that they're speaking. It's a lesson I understood a long time ago about being on social media. I mean, people gonna feel how they gonna feel about you either way. But I still feel like at this point, I didn't even know she was a therapist. I just feel like she was telling people to get therapy. I don't understand how that was wrong, but we can continue.
And we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself. When you expand your emotion, and we can pay for our own shit. I fucking love it here. First off, y'all bitches is smart. This is the exact blah. The comment says, I wish men would understand that emotional intelligence is so important because of how much clarity/security it will bring to your lives. Y'all think bitches just be talking in y'all ear just to be fucking talking. We don't.
Y'all do. That's funny. I also want to agree. I want to agree with her on this because and another thing is that how is this any different from people going to all of these gurus online for advice when, you know, she's an actual licensed therapist and she talking that shit to y'all just like those people do. And those are the people that y'all listen to. Y'all don't listen to actual doctors and shit. Y'all listen to people that don't know what they're talking about on the internet. So if it's somebody that knows what they're talking about on the internet, why are we acting like bitch, why are you talking to us like this? Like, what? But she is right about men not listening because they like, okay, this is a conversation I used to have all the time where I feel like when a woman has figured something out, she'll inform a man. She'll tell him, hey, you should do it like this because this is easier. Or maybe you should try this because this is better. It's not because she's trying to like school him or trying to son him. It's because she's trying to help him. And y'all always talking about how y'all want a bitch to be a helpmate. Okay, everybody want a lady to be a helpmate. But then as soon as she help you with her knowledge, with her fucking brain, then all of a sudden we have a problem with that. Now you're being too masculine. I need you to pick a struggle, sirs. I need you to pick a struggle, okay? Because she's right. There's nothing that she said yet that has been wrong to me.
Bitches just want to argue with y'all because y'all refuse to expand your emotional vocabulary. We don't. I mean, so I could spend my side of the story. This is the article that spooked my fucking job and got me fired.
Black America responds to therapists who scolds Black men for not going to therapy. So some weird Black woman wrote an article about this Black woman and it caused her to get fired. So now she's going to like jump off the deep end on her TikTok. So here we are.
Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many other articles have been written as a result. Here are a few of them, just to name a few.
They doxed her as well, which is extremely violent to do to someone. You have no idea how crazy men will pop up on somebody's doorstep because y'all put that lady's address online. You think somebody deserves to have something done to them, like physical bodily harm, because you don't like something that they said on the internet? Something's wrong with you. I think a lot of y'all need to understand something. People don't deserve to be harmed, like physically or unalived, because you don't like what they said online. That is not reasonable. That's not reasonable. It's illegal. It's against the law. It's one of those things you should probably go and like take a deep breath about. Y'all do it because it is, you know. Let's continue.
Black Twitter has words for therapists scolding men to go to fucking therapy. Y'all attacked me and got mad at me because I wanted better for y'all. That's the most crab in the barrel bucket type bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Well, I want to tell you, I don't know, like she must be young. I don't know how young she is, but I feel like it's given 20s because I'm just saying at this big age, girl, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you that I feel like, yeah, girl, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Like that's the whole, and this is disrespect to no one. The whole hood mentality is wrapped in the idea that you can't do better, so you shouldn't try to do better. Like, think about it. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but now that me and my cousins have gotten older now, and we are in our like mid to late 30s and shit like that, we have these conversations all the time about the things our parents, specifically my dad, used to say when we were younger about like hoods, okay? And he didn't have any type of patience or consideration for hood. And a lot of the rhetoric in the 90s, in the early 2000s, when we were growing up, is to have understanding for hood shit. Okay, you're supposed to understand it because they put drugs in the Black community, because you know they have messed up school systems, because they don't give us this and this, because the food is fun. Like they have all of these things that are put against us, and we learn about all of these things that are put against us, right? But there are many people that still somehow go from being lower class or living in projects or living in, you know, Section 8 or whatever you want to call it, that eventually work their way. They get a good job. Most of these people usually are Black women, but I'm going to just go ahead because it's not just Black women, but it's mostly Black women. They found a way to get a good job. They were good at their job. They got there on time. Even when they wanted to curse people out, they didn't. They took a deep breath and they held it real professional, even with an accent, bitch. Okay, and they did their job, and eventually, you know what I'm saying, Lakeisha and them become the manager, okay, and then she making real good money, okay, and then they might transfer her to another spot, and she might move to Houston, and then now she gotta eat, you know what I'm saying? So like understand, and I'm just telling y'all based on the women that I have grown up around in New Orleans, Louisiana, that grew up in the hood, mama on drugs, daddy nowhere to be found, or both of them on drugs, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, being raised by grandmothers or other parents, and they still go out there and get money and get a better house and go move into a better neighborhood and have a better life. In some respect, I have seen all of my cousins, I've seen my, you know what I'm saying, the extended family, I've seen all of them at one point or another in their lives go and obtain better than they had out of sheer will and determination to do so. So when I see men, or specific, you know what I'm saying, specifically Black men, with this attitude that it can't be done because of how the world treats them, it's like, at least you don't have to, like, you know, protect your coochie while doing it. Like, wait a minute, do you really have it worse than we do? Do you really have it worse than women do? Do you really? Do you really? That's the question I'm now asking. Now that I have my male cousin, cousins that have done well for themselves and do have good jobs and do have a better life than they probably grew up in, or just as good as they grew up in, just because they made better decisions. It makes you wonder why everybody else seems to believe that they can't get out of these circumstances because of all of these things that's, that's so hard on them, as if we don't all have to deal with these microaggressions. When I was watching Baby Boy yesterday, that was the thing that screamed to me the loudest was Sweet Pea. Y'all know that was Jodie's best friend. I can't wait to talk to y'all about that movie. But the thing that killed me about him was you can't keep your cool long enough to sell a lady a stolen dress on the side of the fucking road. Yet you think you're going to be able to hold down a job. And that's the thing. You don't teach emotional intelligence. And that means you don't teach them how to control themselves. You don't teach them how to cool the fuck off. You teach them that it's a good thing for them to respond to everything in anger. They're a real man if they can respond to every situation with wanting to fight or kill somebody. You teach that in the music. You teach that in the movies. You hear the men on the podcast talking about how the men who don't live that type of disrespectful lifestyle, those men are simps. Like they teach y'all not to read books. That's lame. Like y'all are not supposed to do anything that makes y'all better as men. Y'all are only supposed to do the things that are very regressive of y'all, but make money at the same time. It's crazy. It's the most insane thing to teach such opposing things to the people of the same community, right? So to me, I feel like at some point we have to realize that y'all are making decisions to have hard lives. Y'all are making a decision at a moment in your mind that it matters more for you to curse this person out. It matters more for you to not show up at your job today. It matters more for you to not pay this bill right now. It matters more for you to do some illegal shit because it's fun. Like all of those things will matter more to you in the moment than your life in the long run. And then you'll turn around and blame society. You'll turn around and you'll blame circumstances for why you are where you are. When the truth of the matter is, you're where you are because you put yourself in that situation in one way or another. So when we talk about accountability, because there's somebody in the comments cursing me out right now, talking about how women aren't accountable. Yet, we're not the ones that are out here losing our shit nearly as much. We're the ones that keep it together long enough to get to these better situations. I'm just saying, just observations. I could be wrong.
A plethora of Black men decided to take it upon themselves to call my employment to get me fired. You succeeded, but you succeeded in not the way that you think. If it's one thing about Black women is that we're incredibly resilient. This just cleared the table to give me space and opportunity to educate the masses while shaking our asses to healing because y'all got mad because I wanted you to do better. I was told they consulted with shareholders and decided to terminate my contract because I told y'all to go to therapy. That's the world we live in. I mean, so I could spend my side of the story. This is the article that spooked my fucking job and got me fired. Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many argue with bitches blue till they fucking blue in the face. Some of you hoes is not going to be saved. And that's the conclusion that I've come to. So because this shit's going viral, I'm thinking, okay, cool. We starting a discussion on mental health.
That's what we learned, sis.
You might not like my fucking delivery, but motherfuckers is starting to talk, shaking the tables. I don't give a fuck. But then it's, well, hello.
Okay, so that's enough. Shout out to sis. Unusually, I can't see what it says.
It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these
Unusually
hoes.
Bree? Is that what it says? I hope that's what it says. Shout out to her. I'm sure she will do much better in life after this. I'm sure she will. Okay. So with that being said, I wasn't going to bring this one up. Hold up, y'all. I wasn't going to bring this one up, but I saw it on TikTok. Let me see if I can pull up my TikTok. Because if I can pull up my TikTok, by God, I can show you this video that this young Caucasian man did that I recently liked, okay? I'm going to have to go and get my dogs, you guys, because, the rain is non-stopping. And something tells me that Barack is lying right in the rain, y'all. He loves lying right in the rain. Okay. But this is what I'm going to do. I've already seen this clip. So I'm going to play this clip and go run and bring my dogs inside. And then when I come back, we're going to discuss. Is that cool? I hope so. Because that's what I got. All right. So I'll be right back.
And just a quick note, it's that part, right? Okay, 1 second. The psychologist that wrote that piece is now getting hate mail from men. Why is this happening? Roll the tape.
Anyway, ladies, I hate to break it to you. You better get your act together because the window closes quickly, unlike for men. It's the unfortunate truth of it.
I have a question. Are y'all chomping at the bits for those two? Their podcast is called Daddy Issues. It says it all.
Most males nowadays are fucking bitches, bro. Like, let's talk about our feelings. Let's not be aggressive. Let's just, you know, let's just.
I love this new trend of men shitting on other men and proving the point. Okay, another question. Do y'all want that? Roll the next tape.
3 things you should never say to an alpha. Number 1, no. Did you just tell me no?
Is this is this you?
Y'all ain't gonna fuck.
I've been summoned.
Y'all ain't gonna fuck with me after this.
I feel like I came in right when that music started.
Y'all ain't gonna fuck with
and I don't want that music to play.
I've been summoned.
Hold on. I don't want the music to play and it keeps moving.
Y'all ain't gonna
Stop it. Oh my God.
And you want to know something while we're on topic, Sierra?
Yo. TikTok it won't stop moving. Like I'm trying. Give me a second. Okay. Why does it keep doing that? Y'all, it literally keeps moving every time. I'm just trying to, it won't let me. Y'all, it literally won't stop moving. Like every time. Hold up. Let me go to Brett's page. Let's see. Okay. Where'd it go? Let me see if I can find it. Because now I can't find it. Because like, I don't know what it looked like. I hate it, y'all. I hate when I'm trying to do something and it's not working. Okay, hold up. I want to see where we were. Okay, yeah, no, I cut that music off because I ain't got time for that. Okay, hold up. I got it. I got it. Okay. Got it. All right. We're good now. All right. Thank you so much. Fun with Renika. Men think it matters more to sleep around in their 20s than to focus on their self-awareness. Child, I don't even think if they think it's just their 20s, because at this point, you old niggas are embarrassing yourselves too. But let's go ahead and continue.
That was some top alpha stuff right there. Play the next one.
So I think I figured out why women are dating outside the church these days. And it's pretty simple. Because church boys aren't masculine anymore. Just walk into a church and walk up to 10 guys, talk to them. They do not radiate masculine energy.
I might be confused. So I need your help. Does that guy radiate masculine energy? I'm genuinely asking for a friend. The next few really take the cake though. I'm dying.
Ladies, we noticed that little mustache above your lips.
I think he's jealous he can't grow one yet.
He's jealous.
I love the whole genre of dudes just staring at their phone and not saying anything and then putting shitty text on there because they don't know how to talk. I could keep going on and on with these, but I'm going to wrap it up with this one. What is this? what was that? Is that normal? And this is the craziest part about all of this, is that they still want to continue to blame women for why they're single, and then are only listening to men who are single and angry that they're single. It makes sense. Therapy is wonderful. You are welcome here if you want to join the Love Army. We are healing together, but this is just not it. Much love y'all.
Okay, he is like so hilarious to me. I love so I had to pull that up because even though it's a different group, right? It's not even Black people, but I feel like essentially it's saying the same thing. We're having the same argument. I don't know why the spit, but it makes me feel like the way like men go around, Black men go around slapping each other for no fucking reason. That's fun, girl. All right, let's get back into my Instagram. So y'all were really upset because Tamar, okay, let's not do that. Hold up. Tamar got her a little boo. Girl, hold up. Let me see. Tamar got her a little boo. And it seems as if her boo is, all right. So I've been flagged already. So I want y'all to know that when this video is over, it will be private. Hopefully it will then be monetized, not, long after, but it will be available on bondyblueshow.com. Okay. So yes, y'all, Tamar went and got her a cute little white boy for a boo. And she came out holding hands with him. They said it's her rumored fiance. He did a bit more digging and we learned his name is Jeremy and he just turned 46. Of course, Lil Duval had to say something, but let us get a white woman. Y'all gonna snap and no, my old lady ain't white. Okay, so, listen, I feel like at some point, you're not just the old nigga outside. Like, you're not the old nigga in a club anymore. You're the old nigga in the comments on all of the posts on social media. And then they keep like clipping your shit and posting it because it's problematic, because it is some old nigga's mindset, because it's regressed. Like, this is 2022, Lil Duval. It's not 2002. I don't know. Are Black women still caring about Black men being with white women? Is that? Because I feel like you're not listening if you think that's what the argument is about. And that's what I'm talking about. You're gaslighting Black women with this comment, because at the end of the day, it's not about you being with white women that's the issue. And we've been saying this. I literally just saw some weird ass dude in his car talking about how Black men don't like Black women because we're the bottom of the barrel. Like, he literally, like, that went viral a few days ago. And you're telling us that that we're the problem, that we're the ones that act crazy when y'all get with a white woman? Like, no. The attitude is, why do you have to down us? Why do you have to degrade us? Why do you have to devalue us? Why do you have to discuss us at all? Why can't you just go and do whatever you want to do? Why do you have to get niggas to come and be with you so y'all can pat each other on the back for it? It's because you want the Black women to care that you don't want us. And at this point in 2022, Lil Duval, we really don't care. We don't care that y'all don't want Black women. Like, there are a lot of y'all that do. Hello. Like yourself and many others, like, that nobody should really want to be in a relationship with, but that's not the point. At the end of the day, like, nobody gives a shit. Like, Tamar's with a white guy. Like, Manyetta's on Real Housewives of Atlanta with a white guy. Candace is on Real Housewives of Potomac with a white guy. Like, John B. Like, nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Especially now that we realize, and we didn't realize this at first, but now we realize that black men who only date white women, like, y'all are getting the same Black man. Y'all are getting treated the same way. Those white women, a lot of times those white women get treated a lot like Black women do. They stay with those white women until they get old, and then they divorce them, or they leave them to be single mothers depending on their tax bracket. Or they use money against them, or they ask daddy for loans. Like, whatever the situation is, it's all fucked up. Marriage across all of the people is down 50%. So at the end of the day, I don't know who y'all think is out here caring that much or giving a fuck that hard. But I don't feel like it's black women. I don't feel like it's us. Because on this very post, you're the one upset, city boy. What are we talking about? Okay. Thank you, Turtle, for the super chat. Apparently, wanting to be treated like a human being and having someone care about my emotional wellness is too much. I'm shook. Listen. Thank you for the super chat. Girl, I don't even know. Okay. It's just ridiculous. I'm happy for Tamar. Honestly, when I saw it, I was like, oh, hopefully this is somebody that won't abuse her. And it's not because he's white. It's because it's out of her norm. And sometimes whenever women date outside of the norm of what they date, you feel they may be looking for different qualities moving forward, like someone they can feel safe with versus someone that will manipulate or abuse them. I feel like when she was with Vince, that was a physically and probably verbally abusive relationship, emotional. When she was with David, I feel like it was much of the same. I feel like he seemed to gaslight her. He seems to be manipulative. He seems to try to like ostracize people who may want better for her or help her to be more independent, more, sure of herself. It seemed that he fought against those types of influences, which made me feel like he was abusive in some respect. Anytime I see a man trying to keep a woman from doing things that she feels like will be for her personal betterment, I feel like that man is a problem. Anytime, because I don't think women do that. For the most part, I don't see a lot of women like, yeah, nigga, don't go, and don't go to school. Don't do better. Don't, go to therapy. Don't get a better job. Don't, go back to school. Women never do shit like that. Women, don't grow your business. Women never say shit like that to men. But men are always looking for ways to stop women from doing the things that they want to do, because men feel like if a woman doesn't have to be in a situation, then she will choose not to be in a situation. And that's the case. We know that's the case a lot of the time, which makes me feel like, why don't you want women to be self-sufficient then? That way, when you do get with a woman, you'll know that she's with you because she wants to be with you. But see, then that means you actually have to do work in order to be wanted. You would rather be needed because you can just take care of yourself and make yourself a need to the right woman. Okay, to a woman that doesn't have shit. As long as you got enough money to take care of her and you can be of some value to her in some respect. And that's not even the case all the time. And y'all know it. Okay. But if you think that women are only with you because of what you provide and that makes you feel bad, then how about you don't use that as a way to get women? And then why don't you stop asking for submission in exchange for provision? Why don't y'all stop doing that? Y'all don't do that. Y'all literally get online, call women gold diggers, and then complain about how they're not submissive enough, as if you don't understand that taking care of a woman completely is how you get the submission. It's not necessarily a fair situation once she's been living in it for a long time. But at the end of the day, that's how that works. But you're fighting against what you have to do in order to get the submission. It's very weird how y'all act. Am I making sense? Because they confuse the fuck out of me. Now I don't know what I'm talking about. Kavan, thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm late. Excuse me while I walk to the back. Hey, love. Easier said with Meg. Thank you for the super chat. Tamar on her Eve stuff. And I'm proud. Okay, girl, move on like Maya. Hey, only one Adrian. Hey, girl. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, it's definitely not just you, Bondi. Becky is having the same issues with Brad. Maria going through the same BS with Wine. All men aren't trash, but men of all races can be trash because we live in a patriarchal society, which means that men have the upper hand legally. Like, hello. Dee, thank you for the super chat. Why is approaching 50 still claiming to be a city boy? Grow the fuck up. You know why? Because physically he cannot give the appearance of a grown man. So why try? Why try? He's a city boy. But I'm happy for Tamar because, the white guy seems nice looking. Okay, hi there, guy. All right, it's giving nice beard. Okay, it's giving my barber maybe black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he looks nice. Looks like a nice looking guy. Okay, I hope all the best for her. Let's go ahead and take a look. Y'all know we were talking about Neo. Child, this one on the left. What you did to your, never mind. I don't know what you did to your face. I wish you wouldn't have done it though. Anyway, you can just tell everybody is getting everything done that they could possibly get done. Cause this girl's stomach don't look real. Not even a little bit, not even a lot. This from It's On Site. Miss Nikki runs her mouth a lot because, according to multiple sources, she's been running around bragging about being in an alleged four-way relationship with Neo and 3 other women. Yes, 3. Apparently, Neo sees all 3 women together. Neo is actively on these women's pages as well. So far, we've only found these 2 and spotted them together. Miss Nikki also brags in her close friends and claims to mess with various rich men. We have multiple screenshots as well sent from a few different people she has done her bragging to, but we'll keep them to ourselves, being they are revealing and very explicit. So you couldn't just cover them. Okay. Okay. So this is one of the girls, Bella Dreams. Okay. 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 She's down to the Neo. Okay. Neo's Angels. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, she looks so like her nose not real. I will eat his ass if he asks me to. You take good care of me and my babies, and I sometimes can't believe you got me living my dream life. I would have never thought that I would be in the arms of the man I was in love with since I was a little girl. I used to dream kissing those beautiful big lips, laughing my ass off. This is sad and depressing. Neo allegedly moving one of his mistresses to be closer to him is one of the reasons Crystal Smith filed for divorce. Alleged big booty homewrecker publicly refers to him as daddy. Okay. Puerto Rican Dominican. Pure Dominican. I'm outside with daddy. Lay low. Hashtag Neo. Oh, wow. Jeez. Girl, they follow each other. I got it. This does not surprise me. And I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't surprise me. I feel like we've already had this conversation about how Neo obviously is someone who I believe has done so much sexually that he's always searching for the next thing in order to get him off. And I think that having unprotected sex with sex workers and, women who are maybe, having sex with a lot of different people. I don't know them ladies' lives like that, but I'm just going to assume that there is a recklessness involved in what he is doing, which is why he likes to do it in the first place. Yeah, it's giving addiction. It's giving addiction. That's what it's giving. Neo's mouth has looked nasty. He's like, nah. Child, let's go ahead and move on. Neo's Angels. Child, get the hell out of here with that. Let's see. So I'm not gonna let this video play. But did y'all see that Biggie's daughter, Tashawn Baldwin, she's 28 years old. No, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. Tiana, because everybody got the same name. Tiana Wallace, 29-year-old daughter of late and great rapper Notorious B.I.G., has posted her boyfriend's $1 million bond. And if it's a $1 million bond, that means it's $100,000. You only have to pay 10% of the bond, right? So she paid $100,000 for his hit and run case that injured 3 people, including a mother and her toddler. And I thank God, I believe the mother and the toddler lived. But Wallace, longtime boyfriend with whom she shares an infant, was identified as 28-year-old Tashawn Baldwin. On August 10th, NYPD officers conducted a routine traffic stop in Queens. Baldwin initially complied, but when they asked to exit his vehicle, they asked to exit his vehicle. I feel like it should have been him. I'm sorry, whatever. Due to a suspended license, he took off in his 2021 Durango. He's sitting right here. Y'all see right in front of the Prime truck. So as soon as the Prime truck turns, there is a woman who has her baby in a carriage, and her baby is walking across the street, and he takes off and hits the woman and a whole bunch of other people and rides off. And I was just like, so you paid $100 bond for a man that's going back to jail? Baldwin ran into 3 pedestrians, including a food delivery man and a mother who was pushing her 2-year-old daughter in a stroller. All 3 suffered serious injuries. 6 days later, Baldwin surrendered and was given a $1 million bail, which his hip-hop heiress girlfriend posted by using her $1.5 million Brooklyn home as collateral. Girl, oh my God, how can you be so, oh my God, girl, oh Lord, I mean, this is just it makes me want to vomit. Baldwin's charges include 17 counts of first-degree assault, reckless endangerment, endangering the welfare of a child and others. If convicted, he faces up to 25 years in prison. Oh, girl. Okay, so let me explain. Okay, this is terrible. Not only is this terrible because of the mother and child that were hurt because this man didn't want to be pulled over for a suspended license. You would have got pulled over for the suspended license. They might have arrested you, but she would have had way less of a bond to pay for. And then she would have got you out. And then you wouldn't have had to really go back. Or if you went back, it would have been for like a slap on the wrist, considering the money she was willing to pull up to keep you out of jail. So it wouldn't have even been all of that. They didn't say he had any pending warrants, did they? They just said that he didn't want to get out of the car over a suspended license, so he almost killed 3 people, a 2-year-old, because you didn't want to get pulled over for a suspended license, something that you could have went down to the DMV and made sure it didn't happen. And this girl put up, and I'm saying girl because ain't no damn woman nowhere around, child. This girl puts up her fucking $1.5 million house to get him out, and he's on video doing it, and the cop was sitting right there, which money. Not only are you wasting your money, but it shows how devoted you are to someone that you should not be that devoted to. No, I don't know him. I don't know how good he dicks you down. I don't know how he simultaneously makes you feel really good, but then also makes you feel really bad about yourself, which is why you're in this weird ass relationship with him. You don't have to tell me it's weird in order for me to know it's weird, because you're willing to sacrifice something like your home and your child's home for a man that is going to jail because he was on video and the cop was sitting right there. It's so stupid. It's a waste of money. But it makes me feel like you had to prove to him that you was his ride or die, right? You had to prove that. And a part of proving that was putting yourself in harm's way unnecessarily. Is that what you want to tell me right now, Tiana? That is really upsetting. As a 30-year-old woman, you 29 years old, that is really sad that you would do that. Yeah, emphasis on your child's home. And then you put up a bond and he let you do it. And we all know how this goes. He's going to go to jail and you're going to ride or die, right? Right? You're going to wait for him to get out. He's going to go to jail. He's going to be mad that he's in jail and you're not. And then he's going to talk to you bad over the phone when you call. It'll be nice sometimes, but he'll disrespect you. He'll make you feel bad. You'll have a part of your spirit inside of prison with him. And so you won't live your life the way you should at 29 years old. Your child will have a father in prison who you feel like it's your duty to make sure that they still have a good relationship, even though that 28-year-old man decided to run over a woman and her baby in a food truck guy, so he didn't have to get pulled over for a suspended license. No, she not out because if he turned himself in, I believe she got her money back if he turned himself in. But y'all, we gonna see, because I still feel like there's so much more stupid that's gonna happen. And it's so funny because there aren't any stories where these women like look back and they're happy they made these types of sacrifices long term. I don't know a woman, I have never seen a kingpin or a drug dealer story where a woman looked back and was actually happy that she spent so much of her life waiting on some nigga to get out of jail. I have never seen it, because they get out of jail and they always disappoint you in one way or another. And it makes you feel like even if you would have been with them when they got out of jail, you should have let their ass go while they were in there, because now you've wasted a portion of your life like you did some shit. And there's no way that you're not going to be a 60-year-old woman regretting that decision. There's no way. There is no way. I'm just saying, like, every woman that waited for a nigga to get out of jail, like Keisha Kior. Girl, do not throw out the one example of motherfucking Gucci. Okay? Gucci, and honestly, we still don't know them people relationship like that. Financially, yes. Financially, yeah. Financially, it might be the best decision. But we don't know them people relationship. We don't know what type of, growing pains they had. Keisha had to suffer a little embarrassment at first, though. Oh, Keisha got dogged out beforehand, though. As soon as he sentenced, I'm letting the fuck go. Also, he wasn't in there for that long. Like, she didn't let like a long time of her life go by. If 25 years, you think she gonna be Keisha Kior when he get out in 25 years? Let me know. Imagine doing all this for him and he still go to prison. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody doing all that. She did get embarrassed. She look weird now too. I'm just saying, you don't know what that lady life like. It may look good on the outside, but that don't mean it's good on the inside just because it looked good on Instagram. Are you gonna talk about MC Lyte? What about MC Lyte? I don't know what happened, but y'all, this story just was like, girl, are you serious? And we be talking about y'all doing dumb shit for men, and y'all be acting like we crazy. Did y'all see this? Black ink star Richard Duncan arrested for DUI and cocaine. This made me sad because I thought was done with this. I thought that I thought he was good. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought he had cleaned this up. But yeah, no, it seems as if he hasn't. I need to be honest and transparent with my Ig family. I've been having a hard time. I was diagnosed as bipolar about 2 years ago, and it's been a hard ass journey navigating the ups and downs of this disease, my sobriety journey, being a new business owner, and just life. Like most people who suffer from bipolar disorder, there are times you go through manic episodes, depressed episodes, and sadly become inconsistent with my meds and self-care when I'm in a bad place. I don't always make the best choices, and consequently, I've hurt and let down a lot of people I love in the process. That shit eats me up, and I hate it. Last month, I did something really stupid during a manic episode and consequently got a DUI. I do not condone drinking and driving, drug use, or acting out, mental illness or not. I did something that was so dumb, pointless, and honestly embarrassing. Yeah, you should have just did your drugs at home like everybody else. I can't promise perfection, but the first step is accountability, and honestly, I'm working on both. I openly accept the consequences of my actions, and I'm actively working with my doctors, therapists, and group to get back on track. I'm sorry to everyone I let down. I'm looking forward to active recovery, sobriety, and a fresh start. This is sad. It's just sad. It's just so sad. I hope he gets it together. And I'm glad he has support to help him get through it, because he got a whole bunch of fucking kids to be okay for. You know what I'm saying? So that's just really upsetting. But y'all, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into the Chrisean and Blueface of it all, because in this week's episodes of toxic ass relationships that nobody should look up to, Okay, you got Chrisean and Blueface fighting out in public. Now listen, I don't know. Ooh, Lord, I don't want my video to stay flagged forever, so I'm not about to do this. But this was the scene. So basically, they were out. She ran into a closed club. Apparently, I don't know how it was closed when they got people in here with drinks and shit. But she ended up getting charged with trespassing and arrested, face to the pavement and everything. Or was that on Bad Girls Club when she got arrested when she was down here in New Orleans? Child, I don't know. But either way, he pulled her hair. She punched him in the face. And then later we find out that he actually pulled her hair out. Like he actually like pulled a goo gob of her hair out because she took his phone. And you know.
Hey, check it out. Y'all see a 10-second clip on this motherfucking app, and y'all like come up with all these theories and weirdo type conversations.
Oh, what you mean about there being dicks on your phone?
For you guys, right? Hey, check it out.
I heard about that.
She's in jail for trespassing. She's not in jail for hitting me, touching me, anything that got to do with me.
I wish they would stop saying they're the new age Bobby and Whitney, because they're not.
Middle of the street, she take my phone and run into a closed bar. She take the phone and start running. She's in jail for trespassing. She's not in jail
Strawberry
for
liquid IV is good.
touching me, anything that got to do with me. I'm not even gonna chase after her. So,
you did chase after her in the video, but okay.
Bro. She swing on him 2 times. He like, bro, I'm not fucking with that. I'm like,
why you got all these chains on?
Going to the closed bar,
but no shirt on.
You guys can't be in here. I'm telling her, come on. I'm not even gonna chase after her. So let's go. That's why I'm grabbing her. We gotta get out of here. She's so worried about my damn phone. She hiding under the bar stools and doing all type of weird, freak, theatrical stuff. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Why do you even care about her seeing what's in your phone?
Hit me. Boom. Oh.
She hit you.
All right. I'm not tripping. She just hit me right here. And she stand there, hit me with a 2-piece. Boom, boom.
Yeah, we saw it. She was.
I'm not even. I'm out of here. I'm not even finna. So yeah, man, I'm bleeding. Go in the bathroom. I come out. I guess she start fighting security. Oh man, shit. I know y'all want it to be my fault so bad. I'm sorry.
And that's the weird part, for him to get up there and say, I know y'all want it to be my fault so bad. The fact that you don't realize it's not about right or wrong. Right. First of all, neither one of Bobby or Whitney were narcissistic, personality disorder, no empathy, having weird ass empty vessels like yourself, Blueface. Like, neither one of them were as fucked up as you or Chrisean. Like, that's what annoys me. Like, Chrisean is having some type of mental break, and he is, like, I feel like actively gaslighting her and abusing her, and, you know, doing things that will disrupt anybody's energy. You say mean, terrible things. We watch you do it. Then you gaslight the shit out of her when you say things to her off camera, and then you start recording her as she's having her response to whatever you've said. And you know that you have her head gone. I mean, it makes me wonder, like, is she on drugs of some sort? Like, what's going on? Because this type of like addictive personality to a man that doesn't show you real care in front of people. And that's what I need everybody to recognize. If a man does not show you any type of like love or affection or consideration or just mere respect in front of people, that he doesn't care about you. He likes using you. He likes, honestly, I feel like Blueface always wanted to be a reality star. He didn't want to be a rapper, but he knew coming out with a trash ass song would make him become good enough to be a reality star. Because the first thing he tried to do was have a house full of women and people record it, but the shit never really popped off like that. We saw it online. This is how Chrisean, I guess, came into the picture, fighting all these different girls over him, and nobody cares about him. So Chrisean is the one that's able to get on Baddies South and get on all of these other shows that she's been on, these fucking gladiator shows, because she was track star and, you know, physically, and it can beat people's asses and shit like that. She has a lot of talents about herself. And I don't see any real talent that Blueface has, with the exception of being a terrible ass light-skinned dude. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but that's all he gives, is he's terrible. He doesn't give good rapper. He doesn't give good person. He just gives one of you guys that's walking around instant gratification. And you also get off on women being all over you like that, women being desperate for you. You get off on it, almost like a masochist. Like you get off on hurting her. You get off on watching her like lose herself in you. Like you get off on all of that. Okay. So I personally feel like the dynamics of their situation are not the same as Whitney and Bobby. Also, I feel like Chrisean might be, just as violent in their relationship physically, but I feel like emotionally, he's far more violent mentally and emotionally. And she doesn't have the mental or emotional capacity to control herself. And he knows that. He has the physical capacity to control himself a lot of the times because he's a dude, and he knows that he can't just haul off and hit girls all willy-nilly and everybody's going to be cool with it. He's only going to be able to do that so much. So she has to be seen hitting him. She has to be seen punching him and flipping out and acting crazy in order to make his mistreatment of her seem like it's balanced. And it's never going to be balanced, but it seems like, oh, they're both just wilding out. They're both just crazy. When really you have somebody that's like, yes, sadistically abusing somebody, and the other person doesn't have the capacity to control themselves. So they just act out. They just act out and they show you the end result of what's happening in the situation. Thank you, Damien, for the super chat. I wish more Black people will understand we all have generational traumas we all walk around with, and all this foolishness in these stories are trauma responses. Yes, they are, Damien. Thank you for that. Okay. Yes, they are. So
her wig came off and shit. Me, she was a nasty nigga.
And to me, what is that? What is that? So you look dumb? Okay.
Nah, it fell off the story time. It fell off the first time.
And this is why you look dumb, because you're about to explain to us how he got online and lied and said that it was all you. And you're about to explain how it wasn't all you. And there's some other shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look.
Basically, we good. We live. We have. But I see something out the corner of my eye. I snatched the nigga phone back. I run away. Reed went to the phone.
That's crazy.
He approached me.
Nah, that was that motherfucker knocking last night, though.
He like tried to get me by my braids. I just stayed. You feel me?
He pulled her hair.
Like, don't touch me. You playing. Then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And he want to break up now.
He's sleeping in your lap, but he want to break up now?
To a city to support me. Get this bag that I'm finna give to us. So it's like, all right, be on your best behavior.
This bag that she's about to give to us. So basically they're making it seem as if he's the one funding or making money for them because he's the rapper, but truly it's her personality and people wanting to see her beat the shit out of other people that has them making money, and she's the one funding. So he's pimping her. Got it.
I mean, this nigga is
bro, and then the bitch so nasty, nigga, she got at my bitch like, hey, what's up with you though? Hey, like she grabbed it like,
talking
about
a
nigga get at a bitch. That's how she was knocking at my
then it's
like,
not even,
damn.
It's not
she was
just
aggressive
that,
too. She
it,
like
it
with your little pretty ass.
Who is in the background? Who is in the background? Like, shut up.
Like, I'm like, damn, this nigga really playing with my dick. Like,
what do you mean he's playing with your dick? His dick is not yours. He told you that he smashes whoever he wants to. Are you not hearing him? This is where shit gets stupid for me. When he's telling you that he's not going to be faithful to you. Like, what is it?
So, Hennessy had on. Like, remember when I was like, niggas keep playing with me? Like, I won't just, that's how I felt. I don't condone hitting a man. Let me say this too. So he probably think I was wrong for hitting him. That's just a natural instinct when somebody pull your hair. 2, I mean, he take my phone, he grab it, he read through it, he blah 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 blah.
So he do the same shit to you.
I took his phone, grabbed it. I wasn't going to do nothing about it. Just let me finish what I'm doing. I want to read.
She said she wasn't going to do anything about it, but she wanted to read it.
Everything, see everything. I want to know everything.
So you can torture yourself with it, right?
I don't even know why I can't shake this. I don't know what it is. Like, it's not even sex that keeps together. It's like...
It's the abuse.
Like it's too deep.
It's not, no, it's not spiritual. It's not deep. It's called abuse. It's not deep. It's not spiritual, bitch. You're not going to make it seem like God wanted y'all to be together. That's not what the fuck going on. Okay. What's going on is your childhood trauma mixed with his childhood trauma creates a trauma bond. You've now bonded over being fucked up. So instead of going to get help, you guys act out your fucked upness towards each other. And that creates this weird kind of drug feeling. And I learned this like very young because little boys used to do this to me when I liked them. So they'll love bomb you. You're not paying them no mind. They flirting with you. They giving you all of the good feelings. And then all of a sudden they stop. Or they say something mean, or they do something mean. And you're like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Like, what did I do? Like, how did we go from there to now here? And without any explanation, they just go back to being nice. And you're like, okay, I want the nice feeling. So I'm just going to act like that didn't happen. Okay. And that creates the pattern. So now what ends up happening is you start to create almost like a chemical response to their love. Or not even to their love, because it's not love, to their affection, okay? So because they hit you so hard with it, you're expecting to have a high the same as the first time. But every time they do less, or they might love bomb you, but the time period in between the love bombing and the next argument starts to get shorter and shorter and shorter, to the point that you crave the moments when they are being sweet or being nice or fucking you or making you feel good in any capacity whatsoever. You start to crave for those moments because of how bad the arguments can be, because of how big the fights can be, how they quickly emotionally detach from you. So it becomes a drug chemical response. That's why. It's not rocket science. It's not new. It's not deep. It's not spiritual. It is simply trauma. It is a physical and emotional and like oxytocin type response to being in a traumatic, abusive relationship with somebody. Or somebody manipulating and playing with your feelings because they're sadistic. They have nothing else to do with their time. And he does pimp you. So let's not forget that he plays games with you, not only so that he can have you when he wants you, but so that he can dispose of you when he doesn't feel like dealing with you, and so that he can use you when it suits him, when he needs you for money or he needs you for clout. He can then tap into you, then posting you all over social media to up his profile. And the way he treats you keeps you feeling like you are only focused on him because you only want so badly for him to treat you better. You don't want to see other guys. You don't want to see other people. Even if you fuck with them, it's not the same thing. You'll fuck with him because you want to get back at dude, not because you really want to let him go and move on from him. So you'll always go nanny boo boo. Yeah, I'm fucking over you too, because you're trying to force a reaction out of him. And he'll give you a reaction, but it's more because he feels like he controls you and not because he's jealous that you gave something that he treasures away. That's how you think about it, but that's not what it is. Yeah, no, she's young. She's young. That's why I'm explaining it. That's why I'm doing the whole full out explanation for folks who don't know that this is not anything new. A lot of us women, a lot of us people in general have gone through situations like this, similar, worse, better. Like this is nothing new. We've seen it play out time and time again. We just didn't see it play out on social media every fucking day. And y'all playing it every fucking day is starting to make me and my homegirls feel away. And we want you to stop, okay? We want y'all to stop. And then we see even more so how the issues play out, because then we have Blueface's mom entering the chat. Okay. She said, I was jealous and wanted to sleep with my own son. Didn't want him to be happy with it. You hypocrite animals, now saying what I said before she kicked me in my head. I did my best to stop it, but y'all told me to mind my business. I don't know what she's talking about. But Natalie said, Mom, respectfully go to bed. Honestly, you was at the office trying to get us to put her checks in your account. Please stop. I don't even step in no family stuff, but you was telling me to put her checks in your account when you took her to the Zeus house for the photo shoot day. So both his mom and him, and see, this is what I'm talking about. When people live depraved lifestyles, y'all, they don't give it that mama. Oh, his mom, he love his mama. He don't love that shit don't matter. Oh, his mama's so pretty. That shit don't matter. None of that shit matters, because people mentalities, they spirit, they mindset be fucked up. Okay? Because you got to ask yourself, girl, who raised him? Who raised you? Okay. But Blueface mom responds to Natalie Nunn, alleges Chrisean was only paid $20,000 for being on the show, but was originally promised $100K. And here come everyone trying to get paid off me. Blood, sweat, and tears. At Real Miss Natalie Nunn. I videotaped the whole meeting. Y'all promised Rock $100K and then got her to settle for $20K because I was in there arguing for her worth. If you are going to use me for clout, at least tell the truth. Okay, that's what she said. Let's see.
Okay.
Not you need a new wig. Girl, not y'all editing it, but keeping up all this stuff.
What we ain't gonna do is lie.
When
you use somebody, just tell the truth. You could have finessed this like,
thank you, Courtney.
Well, the mama was there trying to help.
It's hard raising a teenage boy these days. I'm fighting against social media trends, toxic masculinity, plus abusive relationships that are seen as normal. Oh, Courtney, girl, I know it's hard, child. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm gonna pray for you. Thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna pray for you. Remind them that it's weak to be influenced by every and anybody. Okay, by anybody's standards, it's weak for you to be able to be mentally manipulated by any and everybody. Tell them everybody's trying to manipulate you. Okay, remember that.
Help her out, and maybe she was gonna get paid for helping. You could have. There was so many ways and so many different avenues that you could have took it.
Girl,
y'all playing with my livelihood. Y'all playing with my name. Y'all playing with my kids right now, and it's okay. Because I understand this is the industry, this is the TV world, this is what sells, this is what works.
Girl, how is this playing with your house?
Years. But girl, what you forgot is that I'm a boss too, babe.
How?
I videotaped that whole conversation.
Girl, what? I don't care. Girl, what? Girl, not you defending your son after he let you get your ass beat by his girlfriend. Y'all are gonna stop playing with my son. If Rock was already the clout, she would not have signed up for my son's show for the clout. Now I need y'all to all tell the truth. The truth will set y'all free. Ma'am, this is what we need for you to understand. Nobody currently cares about your son and what he has going on. If his music was selling, we'd be having a different conversation. The only thing that is keeping him currently, from turning into Fetty Wap or designer or anybody else that comes out with like 1 or 2 hits and then disappears. The only thing that's saving him from going into that never land of we don't give a fuck no more is him fighting with Chrisean, his abusive relationship with Chrisean. And the last time, girl, we saw you was getting your ass whipped by her. So I'm trying to understand, why is you here defending your son after your son let his girlfriend beat your ass and then they posted it on social media? All I can say is I pray for my sons and daughters every time I think about them. I thank the Holy Spirit for what. You know what? I can't stand y'all. You know why I can't stand y'all? You know why I can't stand y'all? Because y'all don't show yourselves to be godly in no other way. Y'all don't show yourselves to be godly in no type of way. Nothing about the religion that has been taught do you abide by. But whenever you want to, be self-righteous, y'all love to throw the Lord out there. Oh, I'm a woman of God and all of that. Girl, get the fuck out of here. It's some other job to know what's good or evil for their own child. If you busy minding your own business, shame on you. If I had to listen, if if he had listened to me and not you hypocrites, he would have not had to battle the girl. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Your son is the issue. Your son is the issue.
Free rock,
Your son is the issue.
Free rock. I let her hear me in my shit. We ain't gonna ever make the same mistake twice. So you feel me? She hit me this time. All right, hey, okay. Feel me? Security took her. The police took her. Okay, what can I do?
If this ain't bitch assness, I don't
She
know
hit me
what
with
it
a
is.
banger. I'm like,
Yeah, I just can't with this no more. It's just a level of bitch assness I can't deal with. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to things that are local. This is a video from New Orleans. How y'all doing?
At the end of the
This little girl was waving a gun around outside of the school bus, and her mom got online and said that her daughter was being bullied. And she is bothered by the fact that we want to hold her daughter responsible. I blame Tyler Perry partially for this. But honestly, I feel like the mother needs to be in jail. It's one thing for your daughter to think it's okay for her to take a gun to school or to the school bus because she's being bullied. It's a whole nother thing for you to get your ignorant ass with a filter on online to make excuses for her behavior and tell everybody else they're wrong. Your ass needs to be in jail. Let's see it again. She's trying to get in. The kids on the bus are crying. Right. Because whatever's going on at their school is this deep, right? Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm a woman of God, but I do not
You heard it, huh? You heard it, huh? She a woman of God. I love when y'all do that. Please tell me why you being a woman of God is supposed to matter. Why is it supposed to matter, girl? What God got to do with any of this? If y'all don't get the fuck out of my face for trying to use God when it comes to some of these issues and problems, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Let people know we on live. Let's continue.
How my child is being held accountable for something that she was being bullied about. She was being bullied, so that's why she pulled out a firearm.
Oh, okay.
It was in her possession, though it was not supposed to be in her possession. It was in her possession, and she pulled it. I don't care how y'all take it, how ignorant y'all say I'm being or whatever, but when a child is under frustration and being bullied, she's supposed to have help and with self-defense or whatever. Y'all too ignorant in New Orleans. I said that. Achille Academy is very messy. Y'all children is messy. You need to put your children in a place because they play with people too much. Nobody don't have time for to be playing with no fucking children all day. Children play with people too much.
Girl, your child is a child. What are you talking about? Your child is a child. This is how you know she don't know the difference between being an adult and being a child. She also don't know the difference between what is ignorant and what is not ignorant. Because to me, it is far more ignorant for you to get online and make excuses for why your child should have been, what, patted on the back for bringing a fucking gun to the bus? To the school bus, no less. Not even a public bus, bitch. The school bus. This ain't even the motherfucking reader. This ain't RTA.
Y'all need to conduct yourself in the right manner. Show the whole video clip. Show at the end.
That's the school that little baby was going to that committed. Oh, Lord. And this is an elementary school. And y'all wondering why I don't want to have no children out here, huh? Y'all asking me questions. Oh, you don't want to show. You don't want to have no kids, Brittany? You don't want to have, you and Lyric don't want to have any kids? Yeah, no. I absolutely don't want to have to worry about my child calling me from the fucking school bus because some crazy ass ignorant bitch's daughter is down there with a gun. Like, And then, like, okay, so, and that's another thing. If y'all don't know, they got so much mess that goes on. There's so much mess that goes on in New Orleans. Like, there's a whole internet area of New Orleans where shit be going on. And people have come to me asking me to talk about things, and I have always said, girl, I think not. Girl, I think not. I think not. Y'all, I'm to the point now, and I love it, but I'm also like, you know, I can't go nowhere sometimes without being like noticed. So if you think I'm gonna be out here talking about New Orleans ignorant shit so that y'all could, you know, be out here catching me slipping, y'all hoes ain't gonna mess admire me. I think not. I ain't talking. Listen, it went national. Once it hit national, I talk about it. Okay. Courtney, thank you for the super chat. I used to teach, and the kids and parents these days are built different and not in a good way. There's no accountability for their actions. No accountability. She actually is sitting there trying to make sense, like really trying to make it seem as if her daughter's reaction was reasonable. Really trying to act like her daughter coming to the school was a reasonable reaction. If you want her to learn self-defense, teach her how to fight, bitch. Okay? Teach her how to punch somebody in the fucking face. But waving a gun in the air like she Madame Dia, knowing good and goddamn well that they could take her ass down there to the jail and put her in a real jail, and we're gonna see how tough everybody is. Y'all playing stupid games, and y'all gonna get real stupid fucking prizes sitting on the internet. Put the mama in jail. I don't care. I don't care. You know why? Because I'm tired of y'all raising these children that become menaces to society. I can't send my kid to school with your kid when your kid like this to you, because you think this all right. Not at all, y'all. Not at all. All right, y'all. Let me see. I'm not about to stay on here too much longer. Girl, you can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody, girl. Not even your damn son. Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., reportedly racked up a bill on his mother's Amex before the former talk show host had her brokerage accounts frozen. Kevin Jr. spent around $100,000 on Wendy's personal American Express card. This was her own Amex specifically, the insider revealed. Kevin Jr. told the Sun, "I have vehemently denied any allegations of unauthorized use of my mother's American Express card. This is a false narrative perpetuated to justify freezing her accounts." A financial guardian took over Wendy's funds after her bank claimed in court documents that she was being financially exploited, suffered from dementia, or improper influence. Well, guess what, John? You're the motherfucking improper influence. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it. So what do y'all think? I don't know what to believe at this juncture, but I don't trust anybody raised by Kevin Hunter. Do y'all think, I'm about to say, do y'all think he did it for his daddy? What y'all think? Right, because then it's going to make it seem as if the bank not that fucked up. If your son is the one racking up all of these, you know, all these charges. But we don't know if it's true or not, because the banks be lying trying to steal people money. But the bank could not be lying. And maybe it was done because, you know, Calvin needed some money. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is y'all gonna learn one day to stop needing to rest in your feminine all the fucking time. Something tells me that because Wendy Williams was so powerful in her work, she found it like a joy to be able to rest in her feminine, allowing for Kelvin to handle everything, to handle most things. Because I believe that a lot of the issues she's having now, that they're not together anymore, is because he was handling too much of her business. That's why everything's fucked up right now. You can't tell me no different. You can't tell me no damn different, okay? And not just that, Wendy is also somebody who I feel like doesn't have like a lot of good Judys. You don't have a lot of good girlfriends that, you know, will be there for you. And, you know, they won't be in court with you, Bernadette. They won't be Savannah, girl. And it makes me just wonder, because to me, honestly, Wendy looks like male identified. I'm never going to be friends with any woman like that because my husband is all that matters to me. My family is all that matters to me. And now the nigga done dogged me out and did me wrong. And my life has passed me by. And I don't have any people that I can call on, that I can trust, because my entire relationship with him, he's been isolating me. And I've been taking part in that because of my job. I felt like it was in my best interest to isolate myself. But now I'm older, I'm going through it, I'm not as healthy, I'm at a disadvantage, and now I'm being taken advantage of by everybody around me. There is a part of this that is Wendy's fault. And I know she has, like, you know, family in her sister, but it's not the same thing, y'all. Y'all know how it is. You can have a sister. That don't mean that you listen to her. That don't mean that you talk to her about what's going on with you like that. That does not mean, you know, y'all are out here, count on me through thick and thin. Right. And that's another thing. She isn't a good girlfriend. Exactly. Because of the way Wendy has handled women, it makes me feel like she won't have women in her life that could help her or that she can trust, because she's not that person for anybody. And because of that, you don't have anybody that can help you or anybody that you can really depend on. The waiting on men to get out of jail convo put Drita from Mob Wives on my mind. She fought for him, waited for him, and everything with his kids, and he got out cheating on her and had been cheating. Yeah, that's what they do. But I don't know what's going on with Wendy. I don't know what to believe just yet, but it's all sad, child. It's all sad. Okay. I'm gonna talk about Irv Gotti lastly, and I'm gonna get off here because I have something to do at noon. So y'all, let's go ahead, because Irv Gotti has not gotten done being dragged for being a creepy ass old man. But I'm gonna say this, y'all, before I start this video. Why are y'all surprised? This is the behavior y'all allow. Why are y'all surprised? Like all of the, you know, Drake versus Russell Wilson conversations, all of the, you know, Boosie, you know, free R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? You know, like all of these male predators that protect other male predators in this entertainment, in this society, in this world. Why are y'all surprised when men are actually dumb enough to say it out of their mouths, how they think and how they feel? And then they have no idea how that's come off to everybody listening to them, because they've been allowed to live in this bubble where they are allowed to sexually harass. They are allowed to basically scare women into being in relationships with them, into staying quiet about things. They're violent. They're allowed to do these things. Society tells them it's okay for them to act this way. And he gets up there and he says this shit for real to y'all. And now everybody's like, I can't believe Irv. Why? Why can't you believe? Why? The Russell Simmons, Diddy, we can name a whole bunch of them, like men that are, you know, child 50 Cent, DJ Khaled. Everybody rubs me wrong. Everybody makes me feel like you're not safe. Like in one way or another. You may be safe for 5 minutes and then you're going to flip and turn into an unsafe motherfucker. But it's not surprising to me that this thumb looking ass nigga is a pervert, obsessed with a woman he cannot have. Child.
Ashanti's coming to the studio every day, and our friendship and bond is naturally growing.
Okay, hold up. Let me see. Because I don't want no issues with no copyright.
Juicy sweats. He's looking fat. He's looking great.
Oh my God.
Hey, I was like, yo, I'll take you home.
This why you can't let a nigga take you home.
Over crib. She turns to say goodbye. And I just kiss her and grab her.
So you just assaulted her.
On my own. And Ashanti's coming to the studio.
And then he says it was almost like, you know, what took you so long? That's what he said. He was like, it was almost like, what took you so long? Was it like that? I need Ashanti's side of the story. Ashanti, were you in a willing sexual relationship with Irv, or was Irv having some type of relationship with you in his mind? And whenever he would do things like this to you, it was not because you wanted it to happen, but more so you thought it was in your best interest to allow it to happen. Haven't y'all heard? Just let it happen. Just let it happen. That's something that they put into women. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Plant that seed. Just let it happen. So whenever something's happening that you don't want to happen, but you're thinking about your career, you're thinking about how he's going to make it hard for you to put your music out, you're thinking about how he's going to make it hard for other artists to work with you. All of those things. All of those things. She never speaks on it. She always speaks to the other stuff, but not the sexual relationship. He always talk about them having. Exactly. And that's why I really wish that she would say something, because I would really like to know if this man was harming you or if you were really in a relationship with him. Because this shit don't feel like, sometimes when he's talking, it sounds like it's what he envisioned in his head versus what actually happened. Y'all know, like on that Netflix show, y'all know how, like, for the first season of You, he was having interactions with the woman, and we were thinking that woman was reciprocating, but we would see that that's not what was happening. He was fantasizing those interactions, and her responses were actually different than the ones that we were shown originally. That's what I think of when he talks. So I just wonder. I wonder. I don't even think she was 20 years old. Child, you know how they don't like to. It's terrible. Heart you, Bondi. I agree. Irv's actions match his aura. Thank you, Shinjay, for the super chat. I agree. This is not surprising at all. He feels weird. They feel weird. And that's just what it is. All right. Anyway, you guys, that's all I got today. That's all I got today. That's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. As a Black woman, if she says something, it's not guaranteed to make things any better. You know what? You're right. But I just kind of feel like he's done so much fucking talking that I think that she should be able to respond now. And people are going to say things either way, but I would really love for Ashanti to get up there and with her whole fucking chest and her whole throat say how she really feels about Irv Gotti and the way he is constantly talking about his obsession of her as if it was some mutual relationship that I feel like was never really mutual. I would love for her to, dispel the bullshit and to check the shit out of him in a classy based way. I would love it. But I see she doesn't like to respond. But before we move on, before I let y'all go, some of the tweets. I had no idea Ashanti was being preyed on like this. And the fact that he's being given a space to speak on her like this is unacceptable. Who keeps asking Irv Gotti questions about Ashanti and why? Irv Gotti has a really fascinating career arc and story and had a real chance to redeem the Murder Inc. legacy. And he's choosing to ruin it all by being a dweeb about Ashanti. David, you would be right. Irv Gotti got to let it go, bro. We all had a girl we'd risk it all for, leave or get away. But we get over that shit. Irv is like 50, still hurting over some pussy he had when niggas was 160 pounds wearing 3XL tall tees willingly. Irv Gotti is a weirdo. But let's not act like it's far-fetched that he pulled Ashanti when he was at the peak of his career. Y'all praise women for finding ugly men with money all the time and old white and Black sugar daddies. Mike, let me set you straight here for a second, sweetheart. It is very much possible that she could have been interested in him, which is why I want her to speak on it. I do, because I am interested to know if she really was in a relationship with him. Sure. However, his placement in her career, the owner of the record label that she wrote, produced, sang, and performed music for, puts him at a position to be in control of her career in a way that means he should not have ever thought it was okay to overstep boundaries with her, because even if she wanted to be with him, there's a question of Did she really want to be with him, or did she think it was just in her best interest because of her career? Like I already said. Another thing is Ashanti is not a broke, you know, and that's no disrespect, but y'all know women that don't have anything. Yeah, a woman that doesn't have shit would love some ugly rich man to take care of her. But Ashanti is literally in the fucking studio writing until her fingers are falling off for everybody, including herself and J-Lo. Do you really think she working that hard so that she could fuck a nigga she not attracted to? All for her to end up with Nelly? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know. To me, it feels like if she thought she wanted him, it was from a young girl position. If she thought that she wanted him, it was in some way because she felt like she should. Not because her nether regions were really getting turned on for him. And again, I say, she was not in a position where her only option was to fuck him or have nothing. Like that wasn't her only option in this situation because she made money for him by writing music. Like I said, not just for herself, but for other artists. So Ashanti was of value to him, whether she was screwing him or not. He's an asshole, so he's not going to act that way. But what I mean is for her, she recognized that she was of value to him and more just a vagina way. So she doesn't have to think about their relationship from that standpoint the way a young woman would who was just there because, you know, they say get some girls in the studio. She's there working. So no, like she doesn't have to be in the mindset of, oh, I want any old ugly man just because he has money. Like cut it the fuck out. And I really want Mike from Michigan to also know that every woman is not okay with fucking some unattractive man for money. Like, not, where do y'all get this from? Not every woman is walking around with the capability of fucking niggas that are the same age as her daddy. Because I never could. So I find it, you know, quite alarming that y'all think that every woman has the same mentality, that they will go and have sex with somebody they are extremely disgusted by just so that they can be taken care of. There are a lot of us that went to school and got jobs and shit so we wouldn't have to do those things. Hello, Mike from Michigan. Hello. The thing that a lot of you, you know, maybe not you, but a lot of men complain about. Okay. Producer, hey Ashanti, there's a Murder Inc. documentary that we're doing and we would love for you to be a part of it. When can we interview Ashanti? I'm good, love. Enjoy. Click. I love it. This man Irv Gotti is legit reflecting on his relationship with Ashanti like he James St. Patrick when he was with Angie. Irv don't talk about the mother of his kids with as much passion and anger as he talks about Ashanti. Move on. That's gotta hurt. Let's say it did happen like that. Have some respect for her. He's telling all this for what? No one wants to know about him and Ashanti's sex life. What the fuck? It's a documentary of the past. Yeah, it's a documentary of the past, sir, but this is where that delivery that you niggas like to talk about comes into play. Because you could talk about a woman without talking about her like she's just a sexual object for you to master and control. Because when you say that, you know, her ass was looking good, fuck the good song that she was writing that's about to make me millions of dollars. But her ass was looking good in her Juicy Couture, you know, pants. So when I took her home, I grabbed her and kissed her without asking her or inquiring on if that's what she wanted. I was just hoping for the best. So yeah, bro, it's a documentary, but at the same time, don't y'all feel like there are some things that don't need to be discussed, even if it is a documentary? Especially if it's something that's being discussed through the gaze or the mouth of a weird ass dude that may have revisionist history when talking about these things. Meaning it's a documentary, but we don't know if this is true. Can I get some proof? Can I get some documentation to prove that this happened since a documentary from the past? Because he can be up here lying, okay, since Sado Millions. He can be out here lying. Irv is over 10 plus, hold up. Irv is over 10 plus years older than Ashanti. No, yeah. We need to stop acting like it's okay for a 30-plus-year-old producer, label owner to get involved with a 19-year-old singer trying to break into the biz. The power dynamics are not even close to being equal, and that's before we even talk about Irv's wife. Thank you, ma'am, so much for saying it. If she was with it, I don't see the problem, but that's the question. Women do tell-alls all the time with not an ounce of importance compared to this. Where's y'all outrage then? See, the difference is when women are talking about their experience, this is what I was just talking about I was just talking about this. Women will simply be talking about their experience of what they went through, okay? Men are out here creating a narrative based on something that makes the woman seem like she's less than. And it can be the truth or it can be a lie, okay? But I do understand your point. However, there have been many women who have come out with books and tell-alls, and there was extreme outrage. Have you ever heard of the Vixen Diaries? Have you ever heard of Confessions of a Vixen? Okay, because if you've ever heard of Corinne Steffens, aka Superhead, and more recently known Elizabeth Overseen, okay, then you would be able to see and know your history, that she was torn apart not only by the men in the hip-hop industry, but she was also torn apart by reputable women, i.e. Oprah, Tyra Banks, and any other Black lady that had a television show that wanted to interview her so that they can dress her down and make her out to seem as if she was, you know, some sad excuse for a woman to put these men's business out there, as if these men did not make the decision to have sex with a woman outside of their relationships, outside of their marriages. They absolutely were outraged. Monica Lewinsky's first book, I don't know if they were that outraged. White woman shit. But I definitely can remember, usually when there was a tell-all back in the day, you niggas were upset. That's why everybody had to sign NDAs on Basketball Wives. What are you talking about, Boy Wick? You don't even know what you're talking about, Boy Wick. Just out here running your fucking mouth. There was outrage. See what I'm talking about? When they add things to the conversation that aren't factual, they're just trying to discount whatever the woman's viewpoint is. It's always to be in opposition, never to add anything of value. Opposition based off things that you are actually lying about because people were actually upset. Anyway, Ashanti probably gonna have to send Irv a cease and desist at this point. Don't even say nothing that rhymes with the name Ashanti. Irv was obsessed with Ashanti, talking about we was in love. Nigga, nah, you was. That's why you was confused about Nelly. Okay? I know Ashanti chooses to ignore Irv, but I'm gonna need her to either clear some shit up or send a lawyer his way. And that, my girl, is where we'll end it. Okay? So I appreciate y'all. Don't forget, check me out. I was on Heavenly's YouTube page. We talked about and reviewed the latest episode of Married to Medicine. It was a very good time. Y'all make sure y'all go and check that out on her channel. Make sure y'all also check out the latest episode of Now That We're Grown. I did Boomerang, and I'll be doing Baby Boy Friday. Jamie Carter, thank you for the super chat. I already decided to boycott that documentary, but the clip's just showing me right. He casually talking about preying on her as a teen when he was 30 plus. That's another thing. I didn't know the age, but you're like sitting here talking about the illegalities of you forcing yourself on a teenage girl as a 30-year-old man. It may not have been illegal because she was of age, but it feels like you forced yourself on her either way. Gross. Fun with Renika, thank you for the super chat. Ashanti was successfully convinced to let her voice be used for other singers. I don't trust her judgment back then. He took advantage of her. Thank you. Okay? Are you Ellie? Stupid ass. Trudy So Fine, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Bondi, for your knowledge you share. I listen to your lives and videos with my almost adult daughter. So helpful. Oh, thank you. I'm glad y'all enjoy it. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Everybody that be seeing me out, I appreciate y'all when y'all come up to me and say, hey, just so y'all know. Okay. Jay Jersey, thank you for the super chat. Even Fat Joe said he didn't see any vibe of them. Child, neither did what you call them? I'm reading the Vixen Diaries now. Hey, Cynthia. Corinne says she enjoyed the Oprah interview. Tyra, not so much. Girl, I just remember how terrible her hair was in one of them interviews. But you know who, you're right. It was Toni Braxton that Oprah made feel like shit. My bad. But I remember Tyra. Tyra used to make everybody feel like shit. Okay, Tyra made everybody feel like shit, girl. But anyway, I love y'all. How often do I cut and dye my hair? Every 2 weeks. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through. And I will probably come to y'all later on with love and hip hop bullshit. All right. We'll talk soon. Bye bye.